6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Hello and welcome to this live stream where I will reveal the gender of Jay, among other exciting things I have planned for us. I will just really short check that I am actually live, and that looks great. And also coming up, this reminds me of my old job working in radio. Coming up on tonight's show, I have found a short late night version of the throne method in the blog post. I will share that with you from Jay. And I would like to say also that I've been asking you to ask me questions, in these live streams, and I'm happy to answer any question you might have. But it might be a good idea if we switch this around and I ask you questions. And if you feel like sharing something, I would really appreciate that. If you tested the throne method or something else happened in your life that made you go, wow, so it's just, well, it'll still be me talking, but it'll be your words, me reading your words. Because it doesn't have to be all about me, 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 me. So please share in the chat if you have something cool you discovered, or ask me any question you might have, of course. So this live stream will be a bit about Jay. I assume many of you now know who Jay is. Well, you don't, do you? Neither do I. But you know what Jay does. Jay keeps sending us profound insights into manifesting and wants to stay anonymous, and has done this for, I don't know, how long has it been? A month or something, maybe even more. And I got an email. I would like to start with that because it was from Anne, and Anne, I haven't had time to respond to your email, but this sums up for me what is happening these days with Jay. And well, I sent an email to my whole list about the blog post. The blog post is Jay has answered around 20 questions from you guys, and I will put it into this blog post. It is linked down below. I will talk more about that later. It says to search for a word there. That's the late night shortcut thing. I'll talk about that later. But that link goes to the blog post, and I sent that to all my email subscribers, and Anne got it, and she writes, today I am going to focus to answer shorter. I watch some of the live streams and I tend to go way out on one side. So okay. My intention is that I am answering short and concise in this live stream, and please help me with that, guys. Thank you. So Anne got this email. She's on my list. She writes, Terry, wow, I feel deeply that this is channeled information from source. Thank you much for sharing and your ongoing mission to help the awakening. Because that's what I'm doing here, and I assume that's what Jade doing. And I feel the same way, Anne. I think the throne method and Jay's information is channeled information from source. It's so profound. So now you know my perspective on this. Simone says, morning, hello. Hi, says Eddie. I'll get to the questions in a little while. And I also saw your questions, Kirsty. You sent it in before I started. That's smart. Hi from New Zealand. Thank you, Chris, for that. It's on my bucket list to drive a motorcycle on both the islands of New Zealand. Let's cut to the chase, shall we? The gender of Jay. The reason I asked Jay, is it alright to reveal your gender, is because there's been a lot of speculation. And I actually made a vote thing on YouTube, a poll asking, what do you think, Jay, the gender is? Is it a man, is it a woman, or does Jay identify as something else? 53% writes man, 31% thinks it's a woman, and 16% says other. And the reason I asked Jay if I could reveal it is when I read the comments, and I read every comment and I answer every question on the YouTube channel and the videos, so many of you refer to Jay as him. And and I thought, that's okay. But I haven't said it's a him, and I don't want people to think that I said it's a him. So now, before I reveal it, do you want to do a cool little thing? Do like this. Make two circles, interconnected. This is muscle testing, and you can test now before I say the answer. So if you now say out loud, Jay is a man, and you try to break them free, if it's hard, that's a yes. Then the answer is correct. And you can try Jay is a woman, and if it's hard, it's correct. And you can, well, I'll tell you, it's not other. It's either man or woman, okay? So you can also ask, is Jay a man? And if it stops, and if it's strong, it's a yes. If it goes through, it's a no. Do you want to test it before I tell you? So you can find out if your body or subconscious or guides will tell you through your muscle testing. Is Jay a woman? Does it stop or does it open? So, drum roll, the answer is Jay is a woman. Yeah, that's why I wanted to share it. And maybe I gave that away in my intro here, because so many of you assumed it was a man. No, it's not, it's a woman. Absolutely a woman, says Jay. And I have been so afraid of, talking about Jay so much. And I've been so afraid to say she, right? And she told, oh, shit. No, Jay, I had to, every sentence I had to say Jay, 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 Jay. And I actually didn't stumble. I didn't reveal, I never said she, but now I can say she. Oh my God, that feels good. So, yeah, so many assumed it's him, and that's fine. And I thought maybe this, it's a woman. Let's see, can we? And she was totally fine with revealing that she's a woman, but she still wants to stay anonymous. And also many spiritual teachers, the well-known, are often men. So I find it kind of cool that we could identify that Jay is in fact a woman. Okay, let's go to some questions. Christy A writes, yeah, reading through your blog answers from Jay, that's the link down below, the first link you see down below. It's fascinating. Have you digested these and tested these, and have you done them all? No, I have not. But I will reveal at the end of the stream, the live stream, nightly exercise, which is fast. And I see it, this is my version of reality. I see it as a really, really short version of the throne method. So I haven't read them all. I will go through it if you look at that blog post, it's a lot. And I got a comment that person said, this is too much. I haven't had time to answer that email either. I will do it, of course. And this is too much. And it surprised this person because it's not like me. I'm so, the person identified with me being more simple. And yes, it's a lot. You don't have to go through it. If you do, maybe look at it as a study. You know, you study manifestation and study the universe and source to study something. And I will go through it and I will make videos about small details. So I will be simple in my communication about this blog post, but the blog post itself is a lot, I agree. But it is voluntary and it meant as a gift. So you do what you want with it, right? And Christy keeps ask another question, and this is a good one. Wondering about the results, instantaneous, relatively. So the throne method says within 3 days things will happen, right? If you've done it. What's my experience been? I have 2 replies to that. So the answer, has things appeared within 3 days? That's the question Christy asks. And my answer is yes. And I also think that, and Jay writes about this, she writes about this. Oh, yeah, finally. She writes about if you do the throne method daily, and she writes for weeks until you actually identify as the person who belongs on this throne. So I am not there yet, and I don't think it's enough to do the throne meditation once and then you're all set. I think we need to, it's an identity question, I think. We need to feel okay with being on the throne, that we actually belong there and that we have come home when we sit there, right? Still, things come to me. I can't even tell you how many people have offered to help me with this channel. Jay is one of them. There's at least 3 or 4 other people who says, can I do this for you? And money and lots of ideas, and I'm in a very good place with things coming to me these days. So the answer to that is yes, but as I think also the throne method is something we should, it's not done overnight, so to speak. For me anyway, yeah. Charles writes, is gender relevant? No, but I find it nice to empower women. And when so many people assumed it was a man, I thought it was nice. And it's easier to say she than Jay all the time. Carlatti writes, it's a man, it says. Now you're thinking of the vote, the poll, that just was what people were asking. No, guessing. No, the right answer is Jay is a woman. Yeah. Hello from Portugal. Hello, South Africa. Be Here Now writes, why don't my spirit guides answer me? They do, I think. Often I made a video about this, it's a few weeks back, so it might be hard to find it, but in many cases in our lives, when we think we got lucky, when we were so drunk that we got home without being hurt, you were reminded of something you completely forgot. These are things that your guides help you with, in my perspective. I think they are really, really close. And we don't give them enough credit because we don't think it's them, but it's often them helping you. So Be Here Now, that's the name of the YouTube channel there. I would start talking to them like a friend. When you go for a walk, comment on beauty and love, build a relationship. But they do help you when they do. They are there. And you can try pendulum or muscle testing to talk to them, or you can use your arm, like a pendulum. But don't trust that 100%, please, because it's not for me, and for most, I would say it's not 100%. Trust more ideas you get than if you dream of something, and check in with your heart. Don't follow the guidance of a pendulum in every aspect. Yeah, Simone asks, why did she reach out to you in the first place? I don't know. And to be honest with you, I'm a little scared to ask the question. I'm wondering, but I haven't. Yeah, it's some kind of fear there. I don't know why she did that. I'm just really, really grateful she did. I will find out one day. It's a fear combined with maybe I don't want to know. I don't know. It's something there I haven't asked. Yeah, but it's a very good question. Noah writes the poetic language Jay uses gave it away. Ah, that is a woman, you think? Yeah. Plus her heartfelt blessings when she answered the questions. Yeah, I agree. And about that, I got a question. I would like to answer that. Leaner writes on the YouTube, how do we know it's not AI ChatGPT, that J is not AI or ChatGPT? And that's relevant in these days. Now we're reading in the news that AI has reached a point where it actually can train itself. Yeah, I know. General artificial intelligence is here. It's just starting now to train itself without human intervention. And when that takes off, it takes off. And it's already super smart, right? So could Jay be AI? And let me tell you, I have communicated with Jay through email maybe 100 times, and we discuss back and forth, and there's some really cool stuff coming on the channel. By the way, is it working, my intention and asking the guides to be more concrete? I think it is. I think I am more to the point today, so thank you very much. Now I went off. We communicate so much, Jay and I, and the way she answers, and no, there's no way she uses AI to answer every question, and it's all coming together and it all makes sense. So no, it is a person. And I can tell you, I know this, that she uses automatic writing. And so it is, and she's been open about this, that she asked the throne method. Now I'm off again, so I'll go back to my previous intention. But she writes that she asked what she calls the universal source for something that could help her with this, and she got the throne method. So it is channeled information, absolutely. Yeah. Terry, have you ever heard of the Rothschild family, and what do you think of them? I have heard some, and I don't have an opinion. I guess that's a rabbit hole to go down, right? Yeah. Is the theory that they and other families are controlling the world? Yeah, I don't know about that. PR Maxi writes, I ask for science, like if this is true, show me a pink car. Okay, yeah, yeah. So you use you if 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 something is true, you ask for a pink car. That would be cool, Yeah. Or you can ask for, if the spirit world is real, show me a pink car. Yeah. Joanna writes, what do you think of tarot cards? I don't have much experience, so no, I'm totally open for it. Yeah. Have you the way of spirit writes, have you advised to calm down a nervous, frantic, hyper mind issue? Yeah, I would ask for help. I would, it's just the other day, a man was having trouble waking up in the morning, and I said, I ask my guides all the time to wake me up, and they do every time. You can just say, hey guys, would you wake me up when I had enough sleep? Or can you wake me up at 7? And boom, boom, it happens. So the way of spirit to calm down hyper mind issue, have a clear intention, and ask for help. That's what I would do, to start there. Yeah. And of course, meditation will help you and everything, but I would start with asking your guides. Yeah. Monica writes, hello everyone. Question, I have done the throne a couple of times, and each time there are no desires, no visions popping out for me to say yes or no to. I just feel energy. Yeah, and these things that come up does not have to come up during the meditation, how I understand it. It comes up in your life. I get pop-ins, I call them pop-ins. I got a really strong one the other day. I'll tell you about that later. Maybe not today, but later. So you get, and that feels like you get an idea or an insight. Some people call it a download. And that's something that you can say yes or no or later to. So the pop-in I got, I loved the idea, so I was totally in to say yes to that. But you are, and I'll tell you, this summer I will drive, I'll talk more about this later, but I will be guided. I will drive to places where my guidance leads me. I have no idea where I'll be going, but if the guidance says, if I get a pop-in of go to some place I don't want to go, no, I don't want to go there, so I'll say no. So whatever comes to you through your life, you can say no to. So it doesn't have to happen in a meditation. If I didn't want help from Jay, I could say no to Jay. That was one person coming up in my life, and I of course said yes to that. But I think it's important to remind ourselves that we are the bosses. We control our lives. All guidance is suggestions. All pop-ins and downloads are for us to say yes or no or later to. Because the alternative to that is to say yes to everything, and that is giving your power away. And that does not sit well, right? That just feels off. So, and I think it's a matter of attitude, that throne thing. That you see yourself as the identity that things just come to. That's when we feel we belong on the throne. Yeah. Gail writes, can I ask for money? My youngsters a new car at once. Yeah, I would separate them out. feels a little, I don't know, desperate or needy or I don't know. I've done this. I haven't made it work, but if you, I'll tell you an idea. If it resonates, check in with your heart. Just use it if you will. What I did for a while, it hasn't happened yet, but you know that when you wake up in the morning, you are in theta state, right? To get to theta state through meditation during the day, it'll take you quite a long time. But you know, when you wake up in the morning, you are there. So visualizing in the morning straight away is a really fast way to do it because you are in the theta state. So what I did, I find this quite smart, to be honest. What I did is that I envisioned myself sending text messages to my family and friends and writing them, "Your debt is now clear. More information will come." And it brings me so much joy to feel that I will pay the debt for other people. I'm bursting with joy thinking about that. And if that comes through, I have gotten so much money that I can do that. Then I also can afford, what was the question? Youngsters, a new car, and so and so. So instead of visualizing that new car, visualize yourself calling or texting people, telling them, I'm about to pay your debt. Yeah. And then it's not about me, car, house. No, it's actually, yeah. So I found that a little, yeah, nice thing to visualize. Simone writes, do you also feel nervous or tired during full moon? Yeah, often I don't sleep well during full moon, I notice. Yeah. Irina writes, I cannot meditate, just does not work for me. How can I learn to meditate? Walk in the woods and listen to birds is a form of meditation. Just close your eyes and actively listen to birds. Be present with the noises around you and focus on the sounds. That's a form of meditation. And when you've done that for a while, you can focus only on your breath and imagine breathing in and out of your stomach and 2 fingers below your navel. Imagine there's a breathing hole there, and that's all you do. Just breathe, close your eyes, breathe through that envisioned imaginary hole. That's all you do. If your mind starts to spin, you can add a mantra, and that is just to give your brain a little task so it keeps occupied with that instead of thinking about everything else. And then your mantra can be, let's say you want to be more grateful in your life, and you can just, in your mind, not out loud, but in your mind, say thank you or gratitude. Or you can say, when you want to be more present in your life, you can say presence, presence every time you breathe in and out. So then you have an intention, which is also a mantra, which helps you stay focused on that instead of, oh, I need to pay the bills. How's the weather going to be tomorrow? Did I remember to call this person? You know, the monkey mind. Yeah. Let's see. New Being writes, hi everyone. Since some time I start my day at wake up time with thanking for another beautiful day. Yeah, great. It works fine for me. comment went away. Yeah, it works fine for me even when I get a low day. Low day, right? Yeah. Gail also writes, wow, that's a brilliant idea. Not sure what you refer to. Maybe there was the I'm about to pay your debts thing. Never thought all needs can be seen as needy. Maybe that's what's keeping me back. Yeah, I don't know. But what we learned from Jay is that we don't chase. We don't. We it's a whole attitude and mindset thing of not being desperate and actually be finding our way home. Yeah. So for me, this is about letting go. A lot about letting go. I discovered first, I discovered asking for manifesting. Boom, work like a charm. Asking guides, can I help me please? Can I help me please? Can I help you please? Yes, 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 yes. So there's levels to this. And then I added my intention because I felt a little off just asking for help all the time. I also am a creator, so I want to create. So I intended and I asked, and now I've added the last few months letting go. And that's when it becomes a real co-creation and when things are created that I didn't ask for. So I have an intention and I ask for this or something even better, right? And in the best interest of all, then I ask my guides, and now it's totally open. I find that much more rewarding, much more exciting, in fact. Yeah. So I'll just check my notes here, what I really want to tell you. Yeah, I'll wait with that I was going to tell you about this strong pop-in I got, which I said yes to immediately, but I'll get back to that later. It's no rush. I want to do the short version of the throne method as an ending of this live stream. So let's do a few more questions or comments, and I'll tell you all about that really cool thing that I found in a document that Jay wrote, that she wrote. Just give me a sec, I'll just check the... Luciana writes, the left side of my body speaks my intuitive impressions and the right side is more rational. Do you have something similar? Many thanks. Yeah, we have the brain, the left and the right, and I guess that's different, the opposite of your writing. But yeah, if it works for you, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah. The right side of the brain is usually more creative and the left is more analytical. So for you, it's different, but it's, if it works, perfect. The Way of Spirit writes, I'm a guy and I want to grow back some lost hair from my hairline. How to successfully regrow hair with intention. Just intend for it, ask for it, and let it go. And it might, I'm not saying it is, but it might be ego, asking for this, and give it a try. It's a cool experiment to do these kinds of things. So yeah. So the description, down below you will see a link where it says the speak up method. It says bit.ly.com, the speak up method. That's free. If you click on that, leave your email, you will get the whole script for how you can do that. Yeah. And that for everything. Yeah. Having said that, that might not be true what I just said. You know, self-love, self-care, looking good. It's also soul perspective, looking your best. So no, I'll take that back. Yeah. Monica writes, I felt that the throne is not a manifestation in the egoistic, materialistic way. It's rather a state of being. Yeah, and I would agree with you. And in that state, being in that state, having that identity and attitude, maybe those things that we used to want, material things, I'm just saying maybe, maybe those turn out to be not that important. Maybe things changes when we actually identify with the throne. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. Subs right. Stillness is the way to go. Try not to fall asleep though. Lay on a harder surface or sit up. Yeah, that's a good idea. Gail writes, this is all new to me. Just want to know if I can ask for many things at once. Yes, you can, and I think the universe will hear you. It feels a little cluttered to me, like reading a list. So I would do one thing at a time. That's just my take on it. Yeah. Or you can do I'm gonna sending text message. Your debt is about to be paid. More info is coming. Then you have enough money to do whatever you want to do, right? Yeah. Yeah. I think I covered most of them. Yeah, Natrai says, are you ignoring my question? I'm genuinely asking. Yeah, it's a little hard to keep track of this, and if I don't understand the question, I won't read it because it will not. I've done that, and it doesn't make any sense. Let's see if I can see your question here. And sometimes not all. No, sorry, can't see it. Oh, Natrai asks, who is Jay? Yeah. No, I see it. Only Jay knows. No, I don't know. It's a woman. And it's a very connected woman. Yeah. And I appreciate all the nice words written to me there. So let's finish this with what I found in the blog post. So the first link you will see down below, it says the blog post Jay answers search for sleep. You do Control F right and you can search in the document. If you search for the word sleep, you will find what I'm about to share with you. But do that later, right? Let me go with this through this with me, will you? Because I find it's quite something. It's an answer to a question, but I'll keep it short. And Jay writes, please allow me to make it practical for you. Try this. Before sleep, sit upright in silence. So sitting upright, maybe in bed, I don't know. Place both palms facing down on your thighs. This is new. It used to be, when you do the throne, it's up, but now it's down. and say inwardly, not with voice but inside, I return to the place before sound. Feel not your energy, but a hollow behind energy. Let all identity rest, feel nothing arise, and say within, here I am, and the world shall bend. Ooh, quite heavy. This practice returns you to the vibrationless point, the throne, the still source where you no longer pulse to chase reality, but reality pivots to match your stillness. You allow all vibration to harmonize with you, not because you try, but because you are already home. So there's two instructions there. I return to the place before sound, and then you say inside, here I am, and the world shall bend. And Jay writes, may you walk so still, the stars adjust their orbit. May the universe lean toward your breath, not your voice. May you remember the first silence and sit again inside it, carried in warmth, sealed in truth. Jay from the quiet side of the world. Jay didn't say this specifically, but how I see this is a short version of the throne method, which you can do at night before bed. Yeah, from the quiet side of the world.